We begin this half hour with new reaction to the asylum seekers crisis in New York. A new Siena poll shows 82% of New York voters view it as a serious problem for the state, echoing the words of New York City Mayor Adams. And one of those against the migrants coming to our area is the son of Brazilian immigrants, embattled Congressman George Santos. The Long Island rep taking time out from fighting charges of fraud, money laundering, and theft of public funds to speak out against the use of former Creedmoor Psychiatric Center in Queens as a shelter for asylum seekers. Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu with more.
Congressman George Santos says his constituents moved to the Belrose section of Queens for a quiet, quaint life, not to have a migrant shelter like this post up in their neighborhood, though he says he has not talked directly with the White House about their concerns.
Why can't we just house them all on Park Avenue, 57th Street, where the folks are voting for these policies?
Congressman George Santos showing his disapproval of the makeshift emergency shelter now built in the parking lot of the Creedmoor Psychiatric Center. His proposal, stop accepting migrants both into the U.S. and into New York City.
Mayor Adams can start off by calling it a state of emergency and stop taking them in. Right? He can suspend sanctuary city status immediately.
He also highlighted the need for more immigration judges to help with the backlog in cases, a long-standing issue that has only continued to get worse, according to data from the Executive Office for Immigration. The latest data shows the number of immigration judges has increased to about 700, though that's not nearly enough to help with the backlog of more than 1 million cases. Meanwhile, Governor Hochul received the green light to use Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn to house up to 2,500 people, securing much-needed space. State and city leaders are now also turning their focus to making sure migrants are getting the help they need to submit their applications for asylum. The state is providing an additional $20 million to help with this specific need.
They present themselves. The odds of them having all the proper documentation to fill out hours and hours of paperwork probably are not real high. So we need to help hold their hands, help them navigate this.
Asylum seekers have a year from their date of arrival to fill out all the paperwork that's necessary to file for asylum. Then 180 days after that, that is when they can apply for a work permit. In Queens,